Hello and welcome to Christology, which is taught by my colleague Dr. Aaron Riches, a former PhD student in the Department of Theology and Religious Studies at Nottingham. Christian theology is in large part an attempt by Christians to come to terms with the experience and witness of Jesus of Nazareth, what we might even call the trauma of our encounter with this man Jesus. And the early patristic period leading up to the middle of the 5th century is an attempt to articulate who Jesus Christ is and the implications of his life, death and resurrection. And this is the field of systematic theology that we know as Christology, the study of the person and work of Christ. And this module is focused on that particular area of systematic theology. So the module begins with the apostolic tradition, with what the very earliest Christian theologians wanted to say about the person and work of Christ in the first couple of centuries. And the module proceeds chronologically through Christian history to look at how Christology has developed, leading up particularly to the formative Council of Nicaea in 325 AD, and then in the following century, the Council of Chalcedon in 451. Because here at both Nicaea and Chalcedon, the Church comes to articulate more clearly through its creedal formulations, through the deliberations of its councils, what the Church professes about Christ, about how his divine and human natures relate. And this module includes a very detailed study of the debates leading up to both Nicaea and Chalcedon through figures such as Cyril of Alexandria, Nestorius, the Arian debates that gave rise to the Council of Nicaea in 325. And having studied that fundamental background, the fundamental formulations by the Church of its understanding of the person and work of Christ, the module moves on to look at medieval Christologies, particularly in the work of Thomas Aquinas and later in the work of the Franciscan Duns Scotus, before again moving on to look at Reformed Christologies, the Christologies that emerged in the Reformation in figures such as Martin Luther and John Calvin, and then again in turn how these inform debates concerning the person and work of Christ in the 20th century in figures such as the Reformed theologian Karl Barth and the Roman Catholic Jesuit theologian Hans von Balthasar. So this figure of Christ, so utterly pivotal for human history, lying at the core of the Christian faith, the study of the person and work of Christ is the focus of this particular module as lying at the very heart of Christian systematic theology. Thank you.